Man, NKSG, I'm trying to be professional here, man. I did the countdown, but it doesn't have it doesn't have a sound. God damn, I didn't know you can just download those things. They're free too. So I was like looking up and trying to be all professional and shit, but I was just like, should I go online right now or should I go live? I was working on some things, but I was just I'm getting really frustrated. I'm working on a video, and I was just like, God damn it, man, can't make it work. So let me go online and blow off some steam, and then I'll go back on that video. I'm off tomorrow anyway, so. But what up, NKSG? What's going on, man? Gerard, as always. It's late in here, so I'm sorry, guys. This is unexpected. Like I said, I just wanted to go online. I don't know, for whatever reason. So, Absolute Irwin, what's going on, man? Don't worry, I haven't streamed lately, so you didn't miss anything. I think I streamed last Monday, but that was just like something random as well with the guys, and nothing really happened. Let's just put it that way. King Dingaling. Hot Toys announced something in something. They won't NK. So you're good. Daniel, let's go, my man. You're picking up the Wick Max Nut. I might. It looks good, So I haven't talked to Max yet, but it does look good. 11 a.m. in Singapore. I'm sorry if I'm messing up anyone here. Again, unexpected. Jazzy, what's going on, man? Yeah, bro. This is what I do when I don't want to change. I'm just throw in a jersey but I'm in fairness to me, I'm working on an Enterbay video. I'm probably way over my head in here. It's a lot harder than I thought. I'm not doing a stop motion because a lot of people are doing that, but I'm trying to make the cinematic thing for Enterbay, and my God, it's hard. I'll get it right. Mario, what's going on, man? Jonathan, Equan, single songwriter. Absolute says, did you pick up Enterbay Shack? I didn't, man. I got the old Enterbay. You're talking about the sweaty shack, right? I probably won't pick that up. If I sell my other shack, which I don't want to do that just to pick up that sweaty shack. I mean, honestly, he looks like Zach Randolph, so I don't think I'm going to pick that up. But yeah, I don't know. Equal, hey man, Asian connection, bro. Asian connection. Adrian, what do you think about J&D Catwoman? Thinking of pre-order, man. We talked about that, I think, with PJ. It looks so damn good. It's just the price. It's $2,400. We kind of did a joke that for $2,400 you can actually get 7 Hot Toys, and 2 of those Hot Toys, one of them is a Batmobile, the Tumbler, and the Bat Pod. It was just like a joke that we run around with Will Foxification. So that's the only thing that's like kind of stopping me from this statues is the price, and also the space. But because if you think about it, man, you can get a lot of stuff for that kind of money and I know it's like a larger display as well, but $2,400 kind of hard thing to do as well. Lane, Equan, Lakers fans over there got that. I gotta get that. But how much is it now? That Black Mamba jersey. I gotta get one of those, man. I was lucky enough to get this before he passed away, so I didn't have to pay super premium. I don't even know. Like I don't pick up jerseys a lot lately, so. Oh, we got King Cudi Jr. Why are you not watching them Bulls tonight? I did, man. I logged off thinking it's safe because they were up by 23 with like 6 minutes to go. If they lost with 6 minutes to go with 23-point lead, which is not impossible, I don't know what to say. I was just like, all right, they got my support for the past 4 quarters now. So I think I could go because I started shooting some videos but yeah, man. John, what's up? Hey John, do you still have Mando armored? I know you posted it like last time, but I wasn't sure if I was gonna get one. I'm still not sure if I'm gonna get one either anyway, but I'm just asking. J-Rod, did you hear Vanessa is not going to renew contract with Nike Kobe? Time to sell those kicks. Yeah, man. I think they're starting their line of their own, which is interesting. I like Kobe, but the only recollection of Kobe shoes that I know from him is the one from Adidas. I never really followed the shoes because I'm not into like the low cuts. Um, I don't know how well that's gonna be though. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe that's what Kobe's vision is. You can't really blame them, but I don't know. Lane, I really want that Catwoman, but I would rather have an improved re-release for that figure. Yeah, man. I don't know. That J&D is the only statue company that makes me really want to buy statues. Like and they're great, like the prime ones and all that stuff, but J&D is in a different level. Also in price wise, different level price wise as well. All right, says all of J&D statues are Lex level. I'm selling off everything and go J&D only. Hey man, Mario's going big. Go big or go home, man. But honestly, if like I got some guys who love statues, and I respect that. You do what you want to do. You do what makes you happy. But seeing Hot Toys, even Prime One, I said it before. Prime One doesn't, statues are great. They look good, but it's lacking something which is realism for me. J&D provides that. The downside is you gotta pay a hefty price for that too. So it's a big trade off right there. Oh man, Lane put some. I appreciate this, Lane, for the super chat. I canceled my Hellboy figure. Got NRD deciding between Death Watch Mando and Ray figure. What do you feel as plus and minus for each? I would go with Death Watch Mando if you're just. I'd go with Hellboy to be quite honest with you, but since you already canceled it and you're just asking me about Death Watch and Ray, I'm not a big fan of that Ray, Lane. I'm not gonna lie to you, so I would do Death Watch Mando, and I don't know, like that Death Watch. I have a feeling that's gonna be the next Heavy Mando. Just a hunch, man, just a hunch. So I mean, there's gonna be a lot more Mandos, but I don't know. I just get this gut feeling that it's gonna be another rare one in there. And you can buy multiple of those too, so if you want to army build and whatever. So oh man, that's a good point right there. That's $500. $500. But you know what? I was never a fan of statues. Probably never will be, because the one that I'm working on now, I can't do that on statues. Nothing against statues, man, but they're just pricey. It's just too much for me. So probably not gonna dabble into that. KG, what's up, KG? Marco, anyone getting Galactus? Man. Oh, Satchel, a lot of hate out there right now. I didn't know. What's the hate about, John? I didn't hear about that. I know what we're talking about. It looks pretty cool. It's a 1/3 scale statue, so it's a very huge, eats up a lot of space. It does, Lane. I agree. I definitely agree. Oh, single songwriter said for 2,400 you could get a GTI with 17-inch rims and cost exactly. I love them J&D, man, but for 2,400, imagine, yeah, and then you get sucked into this and you buy another one, and whoo, it'll be pricey. It could be really pricey. What's up, big dog? Queen Studios. J-Rod, I'm thinking of that Queen Studios. I'm not gonna go with a rooted though, because you gotta pay extra 300. I might just do the sculpted, and even that, because the shipping is around 200. Shipping is like a hot toy, so I don't know. Man. We'll see. Season 2 Mando is still being teased. When the announce, that's the time I'll decide if I'll get best car Mando. I know, man. I know, Erwin. I know what you're saying here. I am patiently waiting for that announcement because I don't want to jump into this best car Mando itself. It's because I feel like the moment I place my order for this best car Mando, season 2 is going to come out with all the accessories plus the head sculpt. So I'm gonna kick myself for that, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. I've been patient all this time, so we'll see. KG, what's up, KG? Who is this guy? Get the sculpted paradox for $10. $10 off, dude. I might. I don't know. It's too big too. too big. I don't know where I'm going to put them. Like I'm kind of like envisioning my display right now, and I don't know. JD does a Harley Quinn that might be, Rooted Queen Studios is extra. Oh man, I didn't know it was an extra 700. God damn. Jazzy Optical, you're a Bulls guy. How come you've never got the Enterbay quarter scale Michael Jordan? That I was never into big stuff, man. It just takes too much space. And I have like 3 Jordans, 4 if you count the rookie version. And I didn't feel the need to get the quarter scale because it's just it won't go along with anyone, compared to the 1/6. I'm pointing up because it's above me. Like I can, put a scene on them. I even got the rims and all that stuff. So I never felt the need for the quarter scale. John's huge mistake, Lane, canceling Hellboy. I think so, Lane. That Hellboy is good, man. Hellboy is good. Paradox says, if you don't get, dude, he already sold it, man. He already sold it. So it's here, Big Dog. So who is in here buying the JND Studio Wonder Woman 84? Man, that's a good statue as well. I have reservation buying the Hot Toys version, and that's cheaper. That's like 10 times less. So JND one, because of the movie. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the movie, man. So I'm probably gonna skip that at all. Damn, look at Lane. I'm trapped right now going to pre-order a new statue in next few weeks, but I got like 4 different ones trying to decide. Maybe one statue a year. That might not be a bad idea, Lane. Because they're really expensive. So, oh Ben, what's going on, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Giants say, "Oh, would you buy the Hellboy and flip it?" Maybe down the line, Big Dog. Not right away because I've heard so many good things about Hellboy. Plus, it's individual, so I really don't want to. Normally I would flip something. I normally don't flip anything. I just sell to upgrade. But I don't foresee any Hellboy anytime soon, so I might just stick with it. So. Oh, J-Rod, can we talk about Hot Toys getting lazy with its releases? How many times can they release the same sculpt with a Tony suit that dropped? Yeah, man, we can dabble into that. Lakers jersey. Yeah, man, you can't go wrong with Kobe, man. Even though you don't like the Lakers, which is, I don't mind the Lakers. They're one of the staples, but Kobe, can't go wrong with Kobe. Can't go wrong with Kobe at all. All right, let's do some things in here because I don't see myself lasting here for too long. I might go back to shooting, but that's I wasn't able to talk about some things in the past, and you guys might where was that? Oh, I lost it. All right, let's go with this one. Oh, King Cody, I just love how you said repeatedly you're not really into statues yet. That folks want to ask you about it. I don't mind, man. Like I own 2. Would love to own more, but it just for what I do, it just doesn't make sense. I'm not a displayer, but Big Dog, where's Endgame Cap? I know, man. You know what, guys? I've been 2 months without buying anything though. I pre-ordered, Ahsoka, but typically at around this time, I get bored. I buy something that I never really wanted to buy. Like a couple of months ago, I bought the stealth suit Spider-Man. It was just too damn cheap at Toys Buying Agent for like, I think I got it 208 shipped. So I gotta buy it. But now some things are tempting me, but I'm holding strong. 2 months now, 2 months clean after April. I'm starting May. Who knows how long I can hold on to this, man. Lane says I really want some but I need it to be something I could just get one item for her. Lane, you know what? Just wait for the Hot Toys. They're bound to re-release this thing, so definitely one of the top ones he's gonna have. Oh, thanks, man. How are you feeling for the Scout Trooper with the bike after reveal? I was never gonna get it, Lane. That was never gonna get it to the first place. It takes too much space, but I mean, it still looks good. Still looks good to me. Jazzy says Toys by Age is my go-to now. Far From Home is cheaper than Sideshow. I'm tempted with that, Jazzy. I'm really tempted with that because with Sideshow, who knows how long do you have to wait? If I cancel my pre-order from Sideshow because I have a ton of points, I'm most likely gonna pay like $30 when that thing comes out. That's the only reason I'm not going with Toys by an Agent, but you know. I am though. I am Egon. You said I've been clean, man. 2 months clean. It is an addiction. NK, today I just watched the last episode of Clone Wars. I know it's off topic, but I can't wait for Bad Batch episodes. I started it again because I got Disney Plus now for this month. So, but dude, this shows, man, it takes you away from doing something else. So I try not to watch too much shows, so I feel like it just sucks my time. You know, Money Mendez on the house, man. Songwriter, same here. 2 months of saving money for a month of May. Who knows? Maybe Sideshow will actually have some in stock next month. I agree, single songwriter. This is a dangerous time because you can buy things in here that you don't particularly need or want just because you're bored. I almost bought Mark 47 just because I was bored and, got nothing to review, especially for somebody who does YouTube. This is a dangerous time. But, trying to be a little bit more reserved in here. So saving money because when they come, single songwriter, they might come in batches. You might get hit with Cap, Amazing Spider-Man, Hellboy. I currently have around 14 pre-orders, but some of them are not going to release till like the following year. So I'm safe for this year, Apparently the updated Mark 85 sculpt is coming sooner to Sideshow than later. Well, that's good news, man. That's good news. Look at this, PJ. Would you buy some Fast and Furious Hot Toys? Only if family is involved. That's the only time I would do that. And if that's Toretto. So, Sean Rose, you think Ahsoka head sculpt looks like Rosario Dawson? I think it's off the mark. You know what? Let's pull that up now that you mentioned it. Sean Rose. I know my good buddy PJ here gave it an 8. No, PJ gave it a 7.5. Let's zoom in. So this pose, this shot right here is closer. However, I would say it's not, like he said, it's not 100%. I get it. Do I think they're going to improve this? No, because typically the improvement comes in when it's really bad. I don't think it's that bad. And also with this kind of head sculpt, it doesn't matter like the texture. By texture, I mean, wrinkles and all that stuff. I think the shape of the face could be altered a little bit. However, I'm more head sculpt doesn't really bother me that much. I was kind of expecting it, to be quite honest with you, that they won't nail it as much, so they can give you a reason to buy the next Ahsoka. With that being said, they are gonna reuse this head sculpt because it's not that bad. Maybe in the next Ahsoka, you would still see this. So I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but you might see this still. I just hope that on her own show, the shoulders are not exposed. So, you don't have to worry about that because you do want to display her in some dynamic poses. A few things that kind of bothers me here is that, like PJ says, the price. See, imagine this, and I would, this might be a good discussion on when I have somebody with me, but so it doesn't light up, and I do get it. It doesn't light up because you just can't remove the arms. It's seamless. But if it doesn't light up and doesn't give you that feature, shouldn't they knock off the price a little bit? Like, how much do you think? I think we're all in agreement here that no one really uses that light up functionality. It's pretty much useless. Because if you're displaying it in a detail, for example, or any cabinet, most likely your cabinet has lights. So when the lights are on and you turn on these lightsabers, you can barely see them. So it's pointless. Now, photography-wise, it doesn't even make sense because the light is so soft that it doesn't travel all the way to the tip of the lightsaber, and it's so easy to Photoshop lightsabers that you might not, you don't need it. You don't really need it. So hopefully somebody tells this to to Hot Toys that no one uses that hand anyway. I guess the question is, if they completely take away that hand, the light up saber hand, how much do you think they should knock off the price? $15, $20, because it is a we buy those, it's not for the kindness of their heart. So how much do you think, we should do that? And I don't know. Second one on this one, it's even the lantern, like it doesn't even have lights. Again, I don't mind, but when you go to Lightroom and the lantern has lights, it's different than the lightsaber because you can just brighten it up, just that thing itself. So let me go back here real quick. All right, so Fast and the Furious. They do have 9 movies, man. They do. John Wick because of Itch. Hey, man, single songwriter. John Wick is not a bad figure, man, and it's gonna be expensive down the line, I would say, before they release the new one. Yondu, Road Warren, Thor, and Civil War, Black Panther. Hey, man, Jazzy, that's not a bad purchase though. You can sell all those and make some money. Diecast, what up, my man? Hey, man, they keep on sucking you back right in, man. The Collector, I'm just sticking with Clone Wars. We'll probably get the next version of Ahsoka because they will make more. Oh, yeah, they will make more. They will not stop with this one. Absolutely not. Hot Toys should drop the DX line. This isn't DX material, in my opinion. I agree, J-Rod. This is a regular version. It got damaged because of that Darth Maul from Solo movie. I hated that DX line. That's kind of like the beginning of the end. Imagine we were all like, I think a few streams back, I said that the DX20 could only be 2 things, either Joker or Mark 1 diecast. If it's not, people would riot. And long and behold, we got this Ahsoka, which is, she's cool. I don't think she's DX20 cool, because we hold DX to a higher line back then, like a higher tier, but I guess we shouldn't anymore. Anyone could be DX now. So anyone going to buy Fat Thor? I already pre-ordered that, big dog. I told myself I'm gonna go all in on Endgame. Not that all in, but to a certain degree. So I've never waited for so long to wrap up a collection. Diecast, by the time you're wrapping up, they're gonna release another one that's even better. Kill the DX line, says Mario. Mario, don't do that, man. I love DX. It's unarticulated Grogu, though. That's all I ever wanted is an articulated Grogu. As a matter of fact, I don't even have one right yet. This should be under 300. I agree, man. I agree. Well, technically it is because the non-deluxe is 285. However, man, I don't know. It technically has a second outfit, that kind of like poncho that she does wear, but I feel like Bo-Katan offers more than this. At least she has 2 head sculpt. This one has a seamless body, which is, we've seen this before with Wonder Woman, so it doesn't really offer anything more, I would say, outside of the purse, which is Alita has purse and she's 255. And she has this insane body, and she has a second outfit with a base that's diorama as well. So I don't know. And she has her own movie. Toy Mafia says 45. I agree, man. If you take out some of the things in here, like the light up saber, they should knock off the price. And you can say the same thing about Iron Man. Remember when people, no one uses the batteries, because they die and, it's so hard to put them there. Somebody should give them, a heads up that no one uses that. We only use it once just to test if it's lighting up. If you take out all the battery compartments of this Iron Man, how much should they take off? I would say a good $60, right? Take out all the battery from the arm, repulsor, from the hands, head sculpt, just take it out. We just use it once anyway. If they're not going to improve it to a point where you just need to click one thing and it lights up everything, just take it out. Hey, man. You know it. Do you think we're getting young Han Solo from the Solo movie? It's a scoop. I had that big dog, and honestly, it's I kind of regretted it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you think they're gonna announce a new figure today for pre-order? I hope so, man. We've been on a dry spell, so instinct says yes. Or maybe they're reserving it for May 4th. I don't know. It's mostly Star Wars nowadays anyway, so you never know. Maybe Hot Toys will make a DX Mandalorian season 3 with diecast. Hey, that is true. That is true. I don't know if it necessarily needs to be diecast though, single songwriter, because I think that's the non-diecast. I think it's just gonna make the figure heavy. I mean, we can't post a Mandalorian to begin with that fat suit if you're not doing any mods. So no more DX20. I know. Hey man, I didn't say I got connections that with the DX20. We're all just speculating here. My only connection here is PJ, and you know how that works out with PJ. So I agree, Juan. That sculpted outfit for Grogu is horrendous. They should retire that. You know, how many Grogus do we need with that plastic crap? How much does it take to sculpt that thing, man? It's DX. Man, yeah. First and foremost, Eddie, this shouldn't be a DX. So that Joker DX20, that could have been like a good DX, but yeah. Battle Damage Mark Diecast says, nah, I'm out. Battle Damage Mark 85 and Endgame Cap not getting into the same characters over and over. Diecast, yeah. I know what you mean, man. Hey, Phase 4? Are we in Phase 4 now with Marvel? That might suck you in. We kind of saw Falcon's costume for tomorrow. It looks pretty darn good. If Hot Toys announce that, I might get 2 Falcons. I might. I think we're just now pre-order collectors. Yeah, we're collecting a lot of pre-orders nowadays. Not actual collection here. Lane, we were talking about that, Lane. I think it took them a week to announce that after the season wrapped up. It took them a week. So maybe it's the same thing, or hopefully it's tomorrow, man. I don't know. KG, so disappointed we didn't get a DC Joker. I know, man. I know what you mean. But you know what? It could be a blessing in disguise, because if we're gonna get the same DX11, they might not as well not release it. It has to have an improvement, because that DX11 has aged. So Shafiq, you're gonna go all out for Mandalorian? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I only have Mandalorian Hot Toys, and the pre-order includes Ahsoka, so 2. But I'm not gonna go all into that, man. Ahsoka should have been a 250 figure. I agree. You know what? She should have been 250. I think they're basing it off recent releases, because Bo-Katan is like 285, and she's kind of like right in there. I would say they're pretty even, but they try to match the Mandalorian Deluxe, because they're the same price at 315. I don't know. It's the price is kind of weird, man. Lane says, I'm taking half day off from working on May 4th for Paradox all day streaming. I hope others will join us. Man, I'm going to work on that day, but I work from home, so I'm pretty sure I can just pop in and out there. NKSG DX22, DX11 3.0. Can you imagine that? Why make it DX22, right? Just DX20 is fitting. I don't know. Maybe we're just, as collectors, long time, we're putting too much, emphasis on the DX20, because back then, like MMS 500, we're speculating what that is, or MMS 200. I think that became eventually Man of Steel. So, yeah, man. Tomorrow we're finally gonna see that suit. That would be nice. You think Hato is gonna do a movie Snake Eyes figure? Maybe they did a Snake Eyes for Retaliation, so that's not too far off. Not too far off, my man. All right, so this is Ahsoka. Yeah, there's a lot of things about this Ahsoka that she shouldn't have been a DX. She should have been 250 without light up features. You can't. I mean, we pay for that, so if we're not gonna get it, slash down the price. There's nothing new about this Ahsoka figure. Nothing. That body, we've seen this before. Wonder Woman, purse, we've seen it before. The only thing we haven't seen before is actual Ahsoka in a figure format, but they gave us the Clone Wars version. Not gave us, but that's on pre-order. So, man, if you're a Star Wars collector, you're just starting, so just hang on tight. It'll be a bumpy ride. You guys are going to experience now, if you're new from collecting, what we experienced when we were collecting Marvel. I'm telling you, if people are telling you this is going to be Grail, this is not going to be Grail. You guys are going to forget this Ahsoka after third or fourth Ahsoka, because this is not the last Ahsoka that you're going to see. I'm telling you this right now. Because back when we were collecting Marvel, when Cap came out, it was, the first Avenger. It was fun. First time we've seen Cap. And look at Cap now. You go to eBay, it's just, I don't know, $200, $300. It's not even considered Grail by most people. So that's going to happen to this Ahsoka, or Mandalorian for that matter. The only Mandalorian that might hold a little value moving forward might be the non-Beskar version. Kinda. So diecast, I don't have the space to get into more characters. Plus, I don't have the crowded display look. I don't blame you, man. Don't blame you at all. Been considering DX19 and Bad Pod to go with it since I got the money. Go for it, Lane. Go for it. I am really bored. I was getting this close getting a figure for the collection Qui-Gon. I got that, KG. You might not regret it. What's up, Danny? MMS 600s. Guess it will be Mando Deluxe Luke. Hey, man, that Mando might be another DX too. So, goddamn, how many DX are we gonna get that's not deserving to be DX? Because I agree. You know what, single songwriter, that can't be a DX. How many look like that do we need? That would be the third one. Because we got the first one back then, the one with the fat suit, and then the second one with the best, not best. What do you call that? The one with the deluxe version, and now because they're pretty much the same. So, Gold Mando, yeah, man, we got, man. Don't give Hot Toys idea to repaint Mando like different colors, like Chrome Mando and all that stuff. God damn it, J-Rod. J-Rod says, I hate myself for this, but I actually enjoyed Raya. Damn it, Will. J-Rod, you know what? Get out. Yeah, you gotta get out now. You cannot agree with Will. Let's pretend this never happened. I'm just gonna edit this video. But let's go through this. Another announcement yesterday. So we got this team suit Cap. Thank you, Paradox. Thank you, PJ. So it looks like this is the same head sculpt we're gonna get from Mark 85. Yeah, I said my piece on this one. This is, by the way, it's from BG Toy Art. I thought he was retired. So why does he have like a picture again here? Was he retired for like 2 figures? It looks good. I like the suit. I like this helmet right here. There's some gray on the beard. I see that. I see you there, Tony. I like this light up head sculpt as well. Looks like a Power Ranger. He looks good, man. I don't see myself picking this one up unless it hits 170 or 180. Because it just would kind of look weird, He's by himself. I guess if you're just collecting Tony Stark, like if you're an Iron Man collector, you can get him. Technically, you can get a bunch and just swap out the head sculpt. I'm guessing, as long as it has a neck. It's a solid piece neck here. So I guess you could do that and just pretend that, as long as they don't have the helmeted version. But yeah, I don't know, for $235. It's I'd rather buy something else for that $235. You add $20 and get Captain Rex instead, if you really just want to waste your money, because Captain Rex is a better value than this. So yeah, the Sony is basically a statue. Yeah, I mean, you saw this is all rubbers. You can see there. You can see the seams in here. So I'm pretty sure you can't move his legs, So, hey, what's up, JB? Team suit Cap will be all alone on the shelf with no other team suit figures coming out. Yep. I agree. I agree. So it's kind of be lonely for this guy. It looks good though. I might get this, like I said, but it has to be it has to be one of those Tim cents special before I get this. I'm not gonna get this for retail. Just get four of these. Add Ant-Man, Cap, Hawkeye heads if you're nuts. The thing, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think their heads has like a neck peg on it. I guess you could do that. You could, if, again, like Equan said, if you're nuts, because that's $800 right there. You know, more than that, it's probably like 1,100 if you factor in shipping and all that stuff. So, um, Eddie says, I think the point is you get multiples and use different heads. Yeah, but the helmeted sculpt too. Especially if you get a female. I don't know. If that's the case, this shouldn't have been 235. I wish they wouldn't have included the Tony head sculpt then and made it like 180, and you can kind of like army build it. So not 235. I'm so ready for my Rex and Cody. You said you're gonna go out for Endgame. If you just go for it, buy now, regret later. No, I'm regretting it now if I buy this. So it's like regret now and buy later. That's kind of like what I'm gonna do here. Give us War Machine and Team Suit colors, then we're good. That's true. Isn't that War Machine has something like this? Doesn't he have like an armor of some sort? Nobly Young, KG Collector, what did you say about my Joker 3.0? That fan. And that fan, what? JB, can't post him and no new head sculpt. Is this more like 50? I think so, right? I don't know. Actually, having multiple of these bodies won't work for the head sculpts. Figuring collecting for dummy, putting the Cap head sculpt and it couldn't fit. Oh, okay. All right. There you go. So I guess that wouldn't work then. I guess that wouldn't work. Yeah, look at this. I mean, this is the only time that they actually use this. But other than that, the head sculpt is, 50 from the looks of it. I'm looking at my 50 right now, so it does look 50. Yeah, even the expression and all that stuff. Yeah, he's like fist bumping no one here, so yeah, man. Nah. This is gonna be a toys buying agent special. You just hold on. I'm pretty sure they made a lot of these. If you just hold on tight for maybe 4 months or so, if you don't necessarily need to pick this up right away, you'll get a deal with this. I can almost guarantee it. You'll get a deal with this. And he says 235 for Hot Toys is cheap now. Right? That's how it is, man. I think we're bridging that 250 normal MSRP now for a regular Hot Toys, which is crazy. This Tony is a waste of space. God damn, Jazzy. I do agree with you though. Aren't they? Danny, Noble and Mafia is the same person, no? I am Freaky Ricky. No, or Ricky Freaky. When they announced this yesterday, I thought the new Mark 85 head sculpt and this are the same. Me too. I thought it was the same too, but looking closely at Mark 85, I mean the Mark 85 new head sculpt, it looks different. JB says, I think it's a big pass. This figure reminds me of the days Sideshow would send you a random bonus figure with your order. Those were the days, Equan. Those are the days. Who was the random figure? Angelica from Pirates. Then you have Jor-El. Zod, I don't think they did that. I think it's just Jor-El and Angelica. And Tonto. They did Tonto too. So rather get a mechanic Tony. I agree. How much Batman Beyond will cost in the aftermarket? Whew. Big dog. I would say in the same realm as the other Batman Arkham. Maybe 350. Would it cross 400? Could be. It could. I personally wouldn't, spend that much for that, even if I missed it. But KG says in my video I was pretty negative about it, but after seeing it more and more, I kind of like it. It's not bad. Like there's no bad Hot Toys that gets released anymore. So. Toy Mafia says, nah, that's not me. I thought the same way, man, because of the emojis. Maybe they're feeling the market with this, and if sold well, they will do more in the suits. It might be, I don't think so. Even the hardcore fan of Endgame, can't I wouldn't be able to justify spending 1,200 for a Power Ranger version of Avengers. Man, I sleep is for the weak, man. So I don't sleep. New Mark 85 is still best off. Best solution is first release Mark 85 here with new Mark 85 face. Okay, so we got okay, so this is Toy Mafia. Okay, where's Noble Young? We need Noble Young here. Okay, Absolute Irwin's a pass for the first batch of Mark 85 buyers. They can use the RDJ. They already have to use the helmeted Sculpt for this guy. Speaking of that, let's look at that. La Cucaracha, will you get Shang-Chi from Hot Toys? Depending on the movie, man. I really don't know about anything about that movie or comic book. I never read one, anything like that. So it would all depend. I think this will end up a grail. This has always been in the bottom of the bestseller page. That means very low production. All right, Jazzy, I was gonna, we can tackle to that because I'm listening to other podcasts as well on YouTube, and they were talking about like grails because it's low production. I don't think necessarily that's the case. A grail is something that's good. I don't think this is that good. Like they were talking about, like this being a grail. No, I mean the Tony Stark, the cowboy version. What do you call that? The Brokeback Mountain version of Tony Stark. That was a very low production. That ain't a grail. When time passes by, even DX11, which is really, really good. When there's a new DX, that grail status goes away. This one doesn't need a new Tony. It's not. It just because it's rare, I don't think you can call it a grail. Grail means somebody's looking up for, trying to look for it because it's really good. Yeah, there you go. Maybe not a grail, but hard to find. Yeah, even that's what we're talking about. The Mark 85 head sculpt, like the first version. They said that, oh man, I'm not going to trade in mine because it's going to be a grail. I mean, if it's not good, it's not going to be. Who would want it unless you're like a completionist? How would you use that? Yes, yeah, I agree. It's not that great. There's a lot of things that are not great. That are low production. In this head sculpt right here, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna command a lot of money down the line. I don't think it's gonna be grail. Hot Toys 2 was a low production and exclusive. It's not a grail. Trust me, I have it. There you go. There's a lot of things that are low production. Just because that's the case, unless you're like a Hot Toys completionist, like you need to have every Hot Toys and you're starting in the game, maybe you'll get somebody who's like that and you can sell it for high price. But I don't think there are going to be any grails nowadays with Hot Toys. They're going to reissue everyone from Hot Toys. I agree, man. Hey, man, that broke back Tony. Grail would be Team Suit Hulk, but I don't see it being made anytime soon. Again, with that, like there's like a Hulk, right? Like where he's like wearing this yoga outfit. That ain't gonna be a grail, It's just not that good. All right, let's pull it up here. Let's see this. Okay, so this is the replacement head sculpt. Danny says, don't say reissue. Me, JB, ask if you can give us a oh yeah of your version. Oh, that's for After Dark. Do you think Adam West Batman becomes a grail down the road? No. Big Dog, I actually sold my Adam West for like 200. We couldn't get rid of that back then. I bought that from Sideshow for 120. It'll be a grail for those because it's like it's out of our time frame, right? That 66 Batman. Because for you to appreciate that, either you're just really into Batman or you grew up doing watching those, and there's very few that's collecting when Hot Toys did that. That's why it didn't sold well. Would they revisit that if there's enough? They couldn't sell it back in 2014-15. I don't know if they can sell it back now with so many other choices. So it's Grail for somebody who's looking for them. That's, I guess, it's what we can see. Joe P, thank God. I thought I was gonna go all night with no live stream. Dude, I think there's one every night. Dude, but this is the what do you call this? The replacement head sculpt. I think it's pretty good. Is it 100%? I still don't think so, but I think it's better than the first batch. Okay, let's scroll to some pictures here. See, from this look, I like it. I really do. Let's zoom in a little bit because that head sculpt right there. I think it's I think it looks pretty darn good. I would say it's a lot better than what we got from the first version. Let's move along here. I would definitely trade in mine. I would trade in mine. People were saying this is like 46. 46 is 50 without a black eye, basically, without bruises on his eye. I have a 50 right here in my hand, and we were talking about this in the chat. I think the base is 50, but they made some changes, like the eyes, the color. It's a little like his eye color is a little lighter. The hair color is a little browner as well. The complexion, I think the cheek is not as full as this 50. I think they made some tweaks in it. I don't think it's a spanking new head sculpt because obviously the hair is different, but enough changes was made so it doesn't resemble 50 completely. So yeah, I would say so, single songwriter. But if they're gonna do the Batmobile, they are gonna reissue those because it doesn't make sense to have the Batmobile only with a handful of people, knowing that only there's a handful of people who only has the 66 Batman. So some YouTubers dictating what is a great. This is why we roll. Yeah. Yeah, the grails are being thrown in easily nowadays. Grail is, there's a lot of factors for it something to be grail. Like that's Christopher Reeve Superman. That's a grail. It would be great if Hot Toys just sell the head sculpt. It is, but it's kind of dangerous territory for them too, Ricky Freaky. So because people would just not buy the entire figure. Like for example, if they do that, there's very few differences between Civil War Cap and Age of Ultron Cap. Like I know the body build is better and all that stuff, but it's really minor differences. So if that's the case, most people would just buy the head sculpt. Like if it's a completely different one. And for some, like myself, I didn't get the Civil War. I think I got it from a trade, and I compared them, and I still wanted the Age of Ultron, but to some people to drop another 250, 300, if you can just buy a head sculpt. So it's a dangerous territory for a business to do that. And then he says, I like the sculpt. Hey, what's up, comics? 66 Batmobile. Single songwriter looks much better. This head sculpt was almost perfect to me. It looks so good with the Mark 85 suit. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, I think the consensus is it's a little better, especially with the texture wise. I agree, Lane. But like we have different grails. Like this could be a grail for most people. Like, and this is Hot Toys from back in the day, back in 2012. Is this 2013? But the universal grail, I guess that's what we're trying to refer to. A lot of people like heavy infantry Mando is not, the only reason people are like, it's Mark 47. It was rare, so people call it grail. It's available now. No one calls it grail anymore. That heavy infantry Mando, what happens if they reissue that tomorrow? That's going to lose its grail status, right? Because the character itself is not as big as Mandalorian, so yes, I drink my Tony Stank 85 sculpt to this one. Me too. I'd trade this. Oh, we got Noble Young here. Kid you collect? I'm not gonna keep asking you about my damn fan, homie. Noble Young, and we got Who was the other one? Danny? Yeah, I'm getting confused now. Big Dog. Okay, I think I want Superman so badly. Yeah, that's a good figure, man. Plus, I always felt Grails are personal preference. What a Grail to you may not be a Grail to me. Yep, it's a personal preference, but there's like certain figures that everyone can agree. Like it's kind of like the debate who's the GOAT is, like in basketball. It could be for you, it could be LeBron. You grew up watching LeBron or Kobe, but there are certain people, or for you, it could be Grant Hill. I don't know, or Penny Hardaway because he's your inspiration. But there's some universal ones that's always in the conversation. Like the Jordans, the Kobe's, the LeBrons, Bill Russell. Same with figures. There's always going to be in the conversation, and I don't think. Sorry, but I don't think Heavy Infantry Mando is going to be there. Luke, Return of the Jedi Deluxe is my grail. Don't plan on selling it, even though I'm certain Mando Luke. I'm content with my figure. Yep. Yeah. No. Like Dylan Compton says, and I agree. We have different definitions of grail, but as of now, like with Hot Toys, it has to be a combination of price, rareness, the character. That goes into factor. Because as good as Yondu is, some people might consider them grail. If you put them to other grails like that, the X07 I would say would eat him alive, as far as grail status. So it would be nice if they let you buy the new one with the scan of the receipt. Oh yeah, buddy, that's a good conversation, man, because I know on Hong Kong, trust me, I lived in Asia, so I know how it works there. You probably have to physically bring this head sculpt, not this is a Mark 50, this head sculpt, and go to the store and give it to them, and then they'll get you a new one. Now in the States, I know there's not a definite answer yet, because I know Will Foxification contacted Sideshow, and they don't know what they're going to do. Let's put it this way. So with so what are they going to do? Are they going to make us send this to Sideshow first, and then once they receive this, then they're going to mail us the new head sculpt? Or because on Sideshow we have pre-orders, right? Like they not pre-orders, they know we got receipts and everything, so they know we purchased it from them. And if you live in the US, most likely if you bought it from a comic store shop or Big Bad Toy Store, they get their stocks from Sideshow anyway. So what happens is that comic book store or shop would contact Sideshow, would ask probably for head sculpt. But if you bought it directly from Sideshow, that will be the interesting part, is that would Hot Toys spend, if they do UPS, because now you gotta mail this back, and I'm assuming they're gonna have to pay for the shipping. I mean, it's their mistake. If they pay for the shipping, now they have to ship us the new one and ship this one out. It'll be, let's say they have a deal with USPS. Let's just say they're gonna spend $15 to do that back and forth, not considering the manpower that they're going to use, the resources, because people are, you're going to email them, or, somebody's going to pack this up and send this, inspect it and all that stuff. It's a lot of work. What side, even when they receive this, Tony Stank head sculpt, they won't even focus in here, but even once they receive this, what are the people in Sideshow going to do? Pack them up again and send it to Hong Kong, or they're going to send them in batch? It doesn't make sense to, spend all that money. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Sideshow is just going to be lazy about this and just send us. If they see that you ordered one, I think they'll just send you one. That's just how I feel about it. Now, it'll be different if you're in, if you physically walked into the store in Hong Kong and bought it. That's a different, form of method, because you just pay, they give you a receipt. So I'm assuming you got to go there and, give the receipt and put the head back. But if you bought it from Sideshow, that's a lot of hassle for Sideshow, not just from Hot Toys, Sideshow, because they're handling this. So I don't know. Person who finds mutant baby Luke. All right. So texture and color. Other Mark 85 head looks like a corpse, had no life. Gave Noble his fan back. There is such Mark 6 limited to 16 pieces. That's grail, super expensive. NKSU, even though that thing as well, what do you call it? The silly things, the gray one. A lot of people call that grail. It's not that good. I don't know if you can consider that a grail still, but like I said, it rare doesn't mean good. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. Jordan Minute Ball. I agree, J Rod. Godfather's Hot Toys is a grail. Its grail status would be gone though as soon as Damn Toys releases their Godfather. That's a 10-year-old figure. I'm assuming Damn Toys is pretty good. They, that I'm assuming that Sculpt is going to have some improvements down the line as well. What's my grail? I would say Kareev's Superman and DX11. So what's up, Michael Black? Do you think they'll ever reissue the Christopher Reeve Superman? They might, if there's enough, but there's no chatter about it, big dog. And the prices on eBay doesn't skyrocket for whatever reason. It's plateaued to whatever price it is. So I don't think so. Glad I showed up for this bout to pose up some figures. Hey, what's going on, Lewis? Glad you can make it. I know you always comment on my video, so I appreciate that. Just unboxed the X07. Awesome set. I wouldn't say a grail. My grails are probably 89 Joker and Batman Reeves Superman and K2SO. Like I said, but it's gonna be up there, Joe. It might not be to you, but if you factor in price, what's included, the head sculpt and all that stuff, if you factor in the category, because when you're judging Hot Toys, you got to factor in a lot, not just because it's because it's rare. What if they say you have to send it back to Hong Kong and not Sideshow for the trade? Well, I bought it, buddy. I bought it from Sideshow, so I'm gonna deal with them. I'm not dealing with Hot Toys. If that's the case, I'll buy it from Hot Toys directly. So and knowing Sideshow, their customer service is great, man. They're not gonna make you go through that hoops. I hope not, but like when I imagine this, when I told Sideshow that the chest piece of my Mark 85 was flickering, without a question they sent me another torso, like this piece right here, and that's a big ass torso. Imagine what they're gonna just with just a head sculpt. This is just a head sculpt, so I don't think it's gonna be that big of a deal for Sideshow. They have a reputation to take care of. And blow them up. They might, because my God, just like Nightmare Bats, grail piece and high praise and goes for tons of money. New release, exactly, man. Erwin, you nailed it on the head. A lot of people, that's their grail. Now that it's getting re-released, is it a grail still? Just like 47. Lewis, I see what your point there. I see what you mean. But we're discussing this because most of them said that like we were having a debate whether this is going to be sought after afterwards because it's ugly. That it's ugly. It's actually not that bad, but because of the controversy. And let me know on the chat there. I don't think so. You know why? Because how many of these are floating around now? I don't know, thousands maybe, because they unleashed a whole batch of this, right? And not everyone's gonna trade this away. Some people are thinking that way, that hey, you know what, this is gonna be worth something someday, which I highly disagree because it's not a good looking sculpt. So they're like, oh, most people are not going to go with that, so they're going to keep this. So if that's the case, then that means there's still going to be a lot of these. So this is not going to be rare. I don't think this is rare now. So if you hold on to this, thinking that you're going to cash in, I mean, you could. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I honestly don't think this is going to be worth anything, in the future, outside of a memorabilia of how much they effed up on this release. If you want to hold on to that, good, because when it's all said and done, I mean, let's be honest. How many of you guys, even if you're a hot, even if you're a collector, would you pay $3,000 for the silly things Iron Man 3? You won't. Why would you pay $1 gazillion for this? Let's say you sell this with the Mark 85 for I don't know how much, but I honestly don't think it's gonna. I firmly believe that rare doesn't mean grail, and the thing is, this is not gonna be rare. There's a lot of people already have this, and a lot of people are thinking that way. So I highly doubt it. As the Jet Troopers. Tarkin Dooku rare, almost grail status because we may never get another reissue. Yeah, I mean, single songwriter. I've been saying this before, man. Those grail that you're talking about, the Tarkin Dooku, the Yondu, um, they're the ones who are not main characters. And it seems like Hot Toys, knowing that they only have one shot with this, they put all their effort into it. You know, I will be, Danny. I will be swapping my head sculpt. Did I pick up this Evil Superman? Unfortunately, not. I should have, because that was like 185 at Sideshow before. And I was thinking, was just like, man, should I pick this up? I already got the Reeves one, but for 185, I should have. I didn't. Hot Toys 300 Leonidas, grail or not? Not. Erwin, why? Because there's a Star Ace version, which is arguably a little better because it doesn't have that body, which would deteriorate. Some of them are already deteriorating. The moment it hits another version, that becomes, kind of, it removes the grail status, so to speak, kind of like that Godfather. Yes, you should start doing posing session on your channel. Yeah, see, I had something better. That's why I stopped, because I'm doing my interbay, and it's not just posing. I'm doing a like a cinematic version, but it's harder than I thought, so that's why I stopped. Just keep the head sculpt. It's gonna be a grail. You're gonna be rich. I'm sure I will be. Hot Toys can do what they did back when they released a True Type single pack with correcting head sculpt for True Type. Is that the one with the Jake Gyllenhaal one? Marlon Brand. In I agree, buddy, in a sense that it's super rare. But I've seen that too. That's not a good looking figure. Okay, so this is the Mark 50, I think. Okay, so let's stop this right here. Let me get this. So this is the 50 and the new 85. Are they the same? I can see differences in here. Let's make this a little bigger. This is 50, 85. I can see that they use the 50 as a base, but looking at it, when I was doing this, I was just like, like the on the forehead here, I can see the expression. The eyes are different, I think. I feel like the eyes is totally different. Dylan says this might be my first Iron Man snag. An MCU Iron Spider for 250. They will. That Iron Spider is pretty good too. Mojo, I did not buy the clean version for the head sculpt. Yeah, but you also paid for the head sculpt too. So yeah. Kind of like, we talked that before. It is included. You paid for it, whether you use the head sculpt or not. So it's your choice. But some people would want to display them with a head sculpt. So that's why there's a big outcry. I wonder if Hot Toys had to pay RDJ to release the revised sculpt. I don't think so. See, the thing is with the like with other YouTubers as well, they'll be like, "Hey man, they're paying RDJ. That's why the price is so high. Licensing for the actor's likeness. How come that new Iron Man with a comic book version is more expensive than Mark 47 and has no likeness of RDJ? So where did that logic went to now? So different hair. I agree. I guess different eyes. I feel like this is a little the paint application is totally different too. I think this is more darker. The shades, eyes are definitely darker in this one, I feel like, and it's definitely different, especially the hair. This 85 sculpt looks amazing. Hato should just give it an option without the head sculpt. I agree, Jazzy. You know what? We've been talking about that. A lot of people are saying, like with Ahsoka, they don't use the light up functionality for the lightsaber. They don't care about this. Or even with Bo-Katan, I'm not going to use the head sculpt anyway. Then give us an option not to have that head sculpt. How much do they need to take out, Jazzy? Like with this Iron Man, a lot of people are saying they're not going to display with the head sculpt. We paid for that. If they release an Iron Man without a head sculpt, without the light up functionality, how much do they need to take off? Because they can't just remove them. They got to take off money because we're all paying for them. The question is, how much do they need to take off? No light up functionality, no head sculpt. I would say a good $85, maybe even 100. Because if you buy this head sculpt separately for like on eBay, even just a random, I don't know, head sculpt, it would cost you at least $30, right? The light up functionality, they can just, just mold a body with no circuits inside. That would save them a ton of time. No one even uses them anyway. Kind of like the head sculpt, like what most people are saying, but just take them out and give us an Iron Man for $300, Mind you, Mark 42 was 309 back in the day. So Big Dog, do you think Mark 47 Iron Spider 29 going to sell out soon? No, Big Dog. Unfortunately not. I don't believe so. Dylan, I'm on the fence between Clean 85 and Battle 8. I don't like the Damage 85 head sculpt. I think the Battle Damage looks good. Now, Dylan, if you could, I would get both. And the reason being is that, and we talked about, again, we were talking about this earlier, this is done. Endgame is done. This new Marvel is moving on to a next phase. I'm telling you, you guys, most people doesn't appreciate 50 now because it's widely available. 2-3 years from now, it's going to sell out. At some point, all of these are going to sell out. And RDJ is Tony Stark. It's going to be Tony Stark. So if you could afford both, hold on to it. If you can't, if you like financially can't, I would say go for the Battle Damage. I think that's more iconic. That's just me. Different ear. I know. I noticed that too. Some serious product in that hair. Man, it doesn't move. I agree. Single songwriter, 100 off. Take out the head sculpt. Take out the light up functionality. Take out this BS that they put on the back. Like 100 off. Bring us back to 300. Diecast Iron Man. That's it. Because I ain't gonna pay $400 without a head sculpt or not light up functionality. That is just insanity. I also do get the idea because some people would only own one Iron Man. Some of us are crazy who owns multiple ones. So that's why we're complaining we got so many head sculpts. Some people only own one, and they're doing it for that one person that would want to, tinker around, because the light up functionality, I think it's pretty cool, but it's just a pain to put, like to turn this on. I don't mind putting the batteries on, but I wish that once you put the batteries on, there's just one single button that you press and everything lights up. How they're going to do that, that's their, that's what they're there for. But how many figures that you have that's on pre-order? 14. Not that much, to be quite honest. I really want them to finally release the rescue figure already. I know, Lane. And that Iron Patriot too, man. I have a feeling RDJ is coming back. His non-Marvel movies are not good. Dr. Doolittle. I know, man. I mean, the guy has enough money to buy an island, so he could, but at the same time, he's 56 years old. He just turned 56, so I don't know how long he can, he can do this, but so that's hold on. I got another one here before we wrap this up. Let me see here. Oh, I think I deleted it. Now, never mind. But yeah, let's see. Okay, here you go. I put it on my video, but might as well talk about it here. Just focus on this two right here. Look at this guy. He looks confused compared to the newer version. I still want this because I think this is just unique. But I'm not going to complain to this. I'm not going to keep this. By the way, this is not my picture. This is a picture from the blogger. So not that I'm trying to make him look bad or anything, but, it's one of the blogger's picture. So just the details alone, this looks so much better. If y'all think this is going to sell a lot of money in the future, go keep it, or if you like this better, because some people just like it better. Like they feel like this is the slimmer Tony that resembles him when he was hungry. Well, this is the Tony Stark before he puts on the suit, because this is before Hulk did the snap. So does it resemble him at all? Or is this closer to this, you know. So you be the judge. That's why I kind of put them together here. Jazzy, which one is on the left? This guy right here was the original prototype that they announced. So I kind of like this though. It's just me, you know, kind of like it. Dylan, I'm telling you now, man, if you could afford both, you would not regret getting both. Because worst case scenario, you do have to wait though. But this is as iconic as you can get for Iron Man. So yes. Second to the left. This one resembles him so much better, you know, because that's actually him. But which one is on the left? Oh, your left, my left. I guess this is okay. So no, this is there. This is both 85. There's no Mark 50 in here. They're both 85. The 50 was the one earlier. Michael Hood. I'm not big on the Team Suit Stark, but I've been collecting has been Cap Hot Toys. I see Team Suit Cap is next. It is a cash grab. Very easy to do. But yeah. Ooh, look at this. This is rough. But hey, man, if you like this, because I get the argument as well that this kind of looks like 50, and if you already have the 50, why would you do two? You know, I get it. I just totally get it. I like this better. This prototype just looks so good to me. But if you have the 50, it's kind of close to this, so I do get that argument. But for me, I'd swap it out. I'd swap it out. I really don't think this is going to be a lot of money in the future. Look up Mark III, the very first Iron Man, the plastic Mark III. That's the very first Iron Man. It doesn't even look like him. It's going on for like $270. So there is no, I'm telling you guys, there's no sentimental value when it comes to hot toys. It's what's better, what's good now, you know. I mean, depending on the collectors, obviously, but yeah. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm in the hour mark, so I think I'm going back to shooting. Well, thank you for joining me tonight. I just kind of rested a little bit for an hour, so. But again, thank you. I'm gonna work on my countdown. I'm gonna get one that has some sounds on it. But yeah, thank you guys. And hey man, let me know what you guys wanna talk about next time. You know, I'll do more of these in the next week or so. I'm thinking of getting another YouTubers here, so we'll see. NKSG maybe Saturday if things go according to plan. So, all right, thank you guys, and have a good evening.